What if DJI, the company that completely changed the way we capture images from the sky, is now preparing to change the way we capture them from the ground? For years, DJI has been one of the most disruptive names in modern imaging. The company started by making advanced camera drones, but its ambitions quickly expanded into handheld cameras, gimbals, stabilization systems, and creator-focused imaging products. Now, a major wave of rumors and leaked information is suggesting that DJI could be preparing to enter one of the most competitive categories in the entire camera industry, the interchangeable lens mirrorless market. And if even some of the information currently circulating turns out to be accurate, DJI could arrive with a camera designed not simply to compete, but to approach mirrorless photography from a completely different direction. The idea of a DJI mirrorless camera would have sounded almost unbelievable a few years ago. DJI was primarily associated with drones, aerial photography, and stabilization technology. Today, however, the company has built an impressive imaging ecosystem that extends far beyond flying cameras. Its handheld products have become increasingly sophisticated, while its stabilization technology has become a familiar part of professional filmmaking workflows. DJI understands how cameras behave while moving, how to keep footage stable, how to track subjects, and how to process visual information in real time. Those capabilities could become extremely valuable if the company decides to build a full mirrorless system. What makes this rumor particularly interesting is that DJI wouldn't necessarily be entering the market as a traditional camera manufacturer. Sony, Canon, and Nikon built their reputations over decades around photography, optics, sensors, and professional cameras. DJI followed a very different path. Its foundation was robotics, flight control, stabilization, computational imaging, and real-time processing. Instead of beginning with the photographer and building outward, DJI effectively started with the machine and worked toward the image. That difference could influence almost every part of a future mirrorless camera, from autofocus to stabilization and even the way the camera interacts with other equipment. Think about what DJI has already achieved with its drones. A drone camera has to deal with constant vibration, rapid movement, changing light, complicated backgrounds, and subjects moving independently of the aircraft. The camera isn't operating in a controlled studio environment. It has to process enormous amounts of information while the entire platform is moving through three-dimensional space. That has forced DJI to develop highly sophisticated stabilization, tracking, and computational imaging systems. Bringing some of that technology into a conventional mirrorless body could create a very unusual combination. And this is where the rumored camera starts getting genuinely interesting. One of the biggest potential advantages could be DJI's relationship with Hasselblad. DJI's connection with the Swedish medium format camera brand has already influenced its approach to color and imaging. Over time, that collaboration has helped DJI develop more sophisticated image processing and color profiles for its aerial products. The goal isn't simply to make images technically sharp. It's to create footage and photographs that look natural, consistent, and easier to work with during post-production. If similar expertise is incorporated into a future mirrorless system, DJI could potentially offer a camera with a distinctive color workflow right from the beginning. That could be particularly attractive to video creators. Modern filmmakers don't simply want a camera that records high-resolution footage. They want footage that gives them flexibility in post-production while also reducing the amount of time required to get a good-looking image. If DJI can combine advanced image processing with carefully tuned color profiles, the camera could potentially produce footage that requires less correction before it is ready for a final edit. Now let's talk about the specifications that have been circulating. One of the most ambitious claims points toward a full-frame sensor with a resolution somewhere around 45 megapixels. If that turns out to be accurate, DJI would immediately be positioning its first mirrorless camera against some very serious competition. A sensor in this class would provide plenty of resolution for photographers who need detailed images, aggressive cropping, commercial work, landscapes, portraits, and high-resolution production. But high resolution would only be part of the equation. A 45 megapixel sensor creates significant demands on the camera's processor, storage system, autofocus, and thermal management. DJI would need to build an imaging pipeline capable of moving and processing all that information quickly without compromising responsiveness. Given the company's background in computational imaging, this is one area where DJI could potentially have an interesting advantage. Video performance is arguably even more important. The rumored specifications have suggested 4K recording at up to 120 frames per second, along with 10-bit recording and potentially advanced RAW workflows such as ProRes RAW support. None of these details should be considered confirmed, but they illustrate the direction DJI could be targeting. Instead of building a mirrorless camera primarily for photographers and adding video features afterward, DJI could approach the product from the opposite direction. That would make sense. DJI's audience already includes filmmakers, YouTubers, social media creators, documentary shooters, and professional video teams. These users care about stabilization, autofocus, codecs, dynamic range, high frame rates, and efficient workflows. A mirrorless camera that combines those priorities with interchangeable lenses could be extremely attractive. The physical design could also reflect DJI's ambitions. Rumors have suggested a magnesium alloy body with weather sealing, which would indicate that DJI isn't planning to build a lightweight consumer gadget. If the company wants to compete with professional mirrorless cameras, the body needs to feel like a serious piece of equipment. Photographers and filmmakers spending thousands of dollars on lenses and accessories expect a camera that can survive demanding working conditions. Then there is the lens question, which may actually be one of the biggest obstacles for any new camera manufacturer. For now, we are still waiting for something official. But if DJI really is preparing to enter the mirrorless world, this may be the beginning of a much bigger story. Because the company that taught cameras to fly may now be preparing to put that same engineering philosophy directly into your hands.